What's up, YouTube? So, I'm here at this beautiful park today, and I would like to speak to you all about belief. About what belief is. Um, Pretty much, belief is something that I feel like most humans don't truly understand. And that is because we think of belief as being something that you just kind of have and it's personal, and you have your beliefs, and everyone believes different things. Some people believe in God, and some people believe there's this, and some people believe that the earth is flat or whatever. And I'm not going to get into flat earth. I'm not talking about that. Certainly not right now. But our beliefs are so much more than that. Our beliefs are really the mechanism by which we create our realities. So when I choose to believe something, I am actually choosing to manifest something. I'm choosing to manifest that belief, whatever it is. There's a saying that goes, I'll believe it when I see it. And that doesn't really work. The universe doesn't work like that. It actually works the opposite way around, where you will see that which you believe. So whatever you believe, that's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to manifest in your life, in your world, and in your reality, in other people, in the situations that you find yourself in. It's all dictated by your beliefs. And if you don't already know this to be so, you'll probably be thinking, I don't believe it. And if you don't believe it, well, what can I say? Then you're basically giving up your power to create your reality. You're allowing reality to just move you here and there at the whims of other people and other beings. That is your choice. I respect your choice. You're free to make that choice. But if you wish to generate some control of your reality, or if you wish to, I don't even want to say control, if you wish to create and manifest your reality actively, then it's time to look at your beliefs. So more importantly than what you choose to believe is what you're already believing that you don't realize. That is a deep-seated, withheld belief that came from your parents or teachers when you're growing up, and when you're being indoctrinated into the things that our society considers to be normal or good or right or wrong or whatever. Because all of these things that you've learned, that you've been told by other people. And let's not mistake ourselves here. Most of what we think we know, we have been told by others. It's not that we truly know it. It's not that we are able to rationally understand it, or it's not that we've experienced it. It's just that we have been told something is a certain way, that's the way it is. And for many people, myself included, especially in my earlier years, I would just accept a lot of things without question as being so, especially when it came to, there's like a spider making a web on my head. So especially when it came to science. And I really believed in science. And I didn't realize that I believed in science. I thought that science was science, and it was done empirically, and people were honest about it, and that scientists were not being lied to and misled by an educational system, which is basically created in order to brainwash people rather than educate people. And this is something that it took me some time to realize, and to not just to realize, but it took me some time to let go of my beliefs, because I was so sure that they were true, that they were correct. And for many years I was also an atheist. Didn't believe in any kind of God. And that was prior to having I hate using the word, but a spiritual experience that was prior to having an experience of something much greater beyond my physical self. Um, and this was done through quite a lot of meditation, yoga, and what we call psychedelics. That is ayahuasca and um, mushrooms, namely those two, coupled with meditation, coupled with discipline, coupled with, I guess it's more than a couple if it's more than two. But with discipline and with focus, with self-awareness, with awareness of my mind, I was able to move beyond what most people consider to be a hallucinatory experience. Because you can take those substances and you can stare at a wall and you can giggle at colors and you can have what is essentially a meaningless experience. Not to say that it's meaningless, that's a little harsh, but just an experience which is not, it's not as deep as something like realization of all things being one, realization of source consciousness, and understanding that that everything is a part of that, including myself, and that I have access to that intelligent infinity if I choose to. You know, for me, that's a lot deeper than my earlier experiences when I was a teenager, and I was just trying anything out to alter my consciousness for entertainment and also as a method of escapism. So now that I've gone off on that tangent, I'm going to reel it back into belief. So our beliefs really limit us. They really limit our possibilities. For instance, let's say you believe everything that you were taught. That means that your entire world is made up. You are creating your entire world from a collection of other people's understandings and perspectives. It means that your world is not your own. It means that you've given up your creative power to other people and you've trusted them that they are bringing you knowledge which is true, that they are helping you to create a reality which is true. And the trouble is, the people that write the textbooks and the people that even write most books have a very shallow understanding of what reality is. And that probably sounds like a judgment, but I don't mean it in that way. It's just that, how else can I put it? They have a very relative understanding of what reality is. So it's very disconnected from the rest of the cosmos. It's very disconnected from source, from a creative, intelligent infinity. It's very separate from all other living creatures and beings, even on this planet. Their perception of reality, for most people, is one that it's like, it's me, this is what I lived, this is what I saw, and this is what I was told. And these are the things that I believe, because I was told that they're true. And that's the greatest problem, is that even in what we call science, you know, there's not that much science anymore. There's no, you know, people aren't out there really experimenting and testing all of their beliefs. And they are beliefs. They're beliefs until you can confirm them. Before you confirm them, it's just a hypothesis. Even if someone else has said it's true, even if 1,000 other people told you it's true, it doesn't mean that it's true. It just means that that is what they found to be true, or that's what they believe. In most cases, it's the latter. Most people don't bother to find out whether or not something is true. So to trust them, that they know what they're talking about, and that they can sort fact from fiction, which we'll get into that later. But it's almost laughable, you know, that we believe anything we're told. Of course, as a child, I, and I think most people would agree, didn't know any different. You know, you just assume that the people that are older than you are indeed wiser than you. There's that. Actually, I didn't even necessarily assume that. I was just told that that's the way it was. That older people are wiser. And so eventually I gave up my inner knowing and the wisdom that I had even as a child. And I remember being told by my father, actually, that there was something I knew to be true, but I remember being told, and I couldn't even tell you what it is at this point. But what stuck out to me was that you're too young, you can't know that. And I was like, oh, okay, he knows. He knows. He's been here more time than I have. He knows what he's talking about. And, well, it's just not so. You know, and so I know parents do not mean to mislead their children, just as teachers do not mean to mislead their students. It's not intentional. It's certainly not intentional by the masses, by most people. Most people are not trying to mislead each other. They just don't know that they've been duped. They don't know that what they've been given as fact is far from fact. Or in the cases in which you could even call it fact, it is a very, very, very relative fact, and it is not taking into consideration most of existence. Not even taking into consideration most of the planet, usually. What I really want in making this video is I want people to question their beliefs. I want people to go back, and whenever they think they know something, whenever they're so sure that something is a fact, I want them to really dig and see if they can figure out what makes them think they know that that is the case. What makes you really know something is true. For me, I validate what is true based on experience and repeatable experience. That is, the more repeatable an experience is, the more that I can have a similar experience and know the same thing through experience over and over, the more I can see that, okay, yes, this is definitely real. Even if for no one else in the universe, it's real for me. Which means it's real. It's real in my reality. And that's all we have. We can't base our experiences and our reality off of other people's. Because not everyone perceives the world the same. Not everyone tastes things the same way. Not everyone sees things the same way. Literally. Not everyone smells things the same way. We all have our own unique filters by which we sense and perceive this world. And then we have things like religious texts and religions. And friends, these are, it's not even that they're false. It's just that they're very relative to another experience, which is not in this time, it's not in this place. It is not with any of the beings that are currently here. The idea of some man in the sky with a little special gated community called heaven is really quite preposterous. If anything, heaven is reunion with source consciousness, with intelligent infinity, with all that is. And there's no clouds and pearly white gates and sunshine there. It's infinite expansion in all directions, all possibilities. All that is becomes part of you, and you become part of it. And you merge. It's a merging with that infinity. Heaven, there it is. You're not like hugging your relatives and stuff. That might be the afterlife. Afterlife, you may go and you may decide that you want to see all of your loved ones, and they'll be there waiting for you. Some part of them, some aspect of their being, or maybe the totality of their being will be there for you waiting. It's possible. Everything's possible. We live in an infinite universe. All is possible. All which can be believed or conceived is real, somewhere, someplace. some time. Some time. Time is an illusion. We'll get into that on another day. So what are your beliefs? Where do they stem from? Find out what your beliefs are, and then get the ones that limit you out of the way. Get them out of there. If you have beliefs that keep you from realizing your dreams, that keep you from being who you want to be and living the life you want to live, get them out of there. Get rid of them. You don't need them. You don't need them. And they're not even true. They're just beliefs. That's it. Someone else maybe have given them to you, and maybe you decided that that person was right. But you know what? You don't have to keep believing that they're right. If it doesn't serve you, it's not useful. And if it's not useful, what's the point? What's the point in believing it? Even if it's true on some relative level, if a belief isn't serving you, ditch it. Ditch it. Adopt beliefs that work for your life, that work for who you are and what you want to create. Would you rather be right, or would you rather be happy? Would you rather be joyous? Or would you rather be right according to someone else? Because it's all according to. It's according to this person or that person. This person spent 12 years in school getting brainwashed, and they believe that this is the case, based on their research. Do you want to believe them? Does it make your life better? Does it? If it's not serving you, why is it part of your life? Or better yet, don't even worry about why it's part of your life. Just toss it. And adopt beliefs which you want. Adopt beliefs which help you manifest the life and the world that you want. This is the way to joy. This is the way to enjoying your life, to doing what you want to do, to living how you want to live, to being at peace, to loving all beings if you wish. If you want to be enlightened, fine. Adopt beliefs that bring you to that realization. If you want to be happy, adopt beliefs that will bring you there. And drop all the ones that don't. And the other thing is, if you can't prove it in your own experience, and it's not serving you, why keep it? Why keep it in your consciousness, in your awareness? Why believe it? You know, it doesn't make any sense. Beliefs. Use them. They're an excellent tool. I've appreciated my time here with you. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful life. And believe that which serves you. Believe that which brings you into truth. Real truth, not relative truth, absolute. Believe that which brings you into union with intelligent infinity.
Hey, it's Julian. I want to talk to him. I was like, hi, hey,
I love
what's
you.
up? Yeah, it's great.
And I'll see you next time.